I'll say,
guys.
Yeah. For you guys, you can either, taking your pick with your inspiration, you can either do to where you roll something at advantage, whatever, you take your pick, or you can do it to where
you gave me the black ones last time.
You take a 1d10.
Do you want them again?
You can add that.
Unless you want to use them.
Add a 1d10.
Yeah. Choose.
Where did you put my
Right. Can you add it to an attack?
No, you can't add it to like the damage, but you can add it to the
attack.
The attack.
It's technical term is the to hit.
Yeah.
It's the attack.
Or, yeah,
that was close.
Alright, so we do
You're
have some
better
fun
at
news
this than me.
for this session. So
Naomi's here.
we have Naomi again. We don't have to use the hand puppet.
These are black and green balloons.
But Clutch is gone. For good. I know.
For now.
R.I.P. Pickleman.
His pickles are still back at the tree with the horse.
No, he said he took them.
Unless you check them.
So yeah, Clutch is going to become an NPC, and next week we will have Gene back with a brand new character. This was his choice. The option if he wanted to keep Clutch. He wants to do a new character, which is fine, totally cool. All's good. But he's not here right now, so. Alright.
Oh, if you have inspiration.
Grab my new pick.
Oh, there.
I missed that inspiration thing you said. What was that? You choose whether you would do a d12 or just a reroll?
Do I get
D10.
2 inspiration since I have a carryover and I brought another bag of yummies?
Yep.
Yay!
If you keep bringing your inspiration comes back.
Woo.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Do I?
Did you use it last time?
No.
Then you still have that one.
Do I get another one for you?
Yes.
Sweet.
You did. I wasted mine last time because it didn't do anything.
I'm sorry.
Edward, do you know how to share a book in D&D
You
Beyond?
need to have a subscription.
So if you don't have a subscription, you
can't
can't share?
Yeah.
Okay, even if you buy it? Okay.
Yeah. If you
I'm
buy
not
it, you can
sure
use it.
I'm not sure how it would look. At least Jesse would know. If you have a subscription.
I have a subscription and I just bought.
How do you share books? Exactly.
I'm not sure. I think it's
You-
just.
Just automatically share.
I think it's just automatically. It didn't
Okay.
really give me like.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't.
No, Gene's done it before.
Okay.
You have to go somewhere and enable. You have to enable
Content
book
sharing.
sharing. I'm not sure where it is.
Who bought Xanathar's Guide?
I did.
It's shared with me. Did Gene buy it?
Maybe.
Can I have strawberries, please? Yeah. I just bought Tasha, Mordekainen's, and Monster Manual. And the handbook. Are these the ones from last week?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. So, previously on Giddy Up Roll High.
Giddy up, roll high.
I don't understand you. You like pet me, but don't really.
Yeah. So you were hired by Jeremiah, the lycanthrope, to help him. No, that's fine. To help him find his packmate and friend Micah, who was a werebear artificer with a mechanical bear companion. You tracked him and found him and ended up in a confrontation with him. You were able to subdue him and Jeremiah, who, due to the Blue Moon's effect, also lost control for a bit. You were able to subdue both of them. However, at the point of Micah being subdued, Clutch decided to fully end him and stab him. This then sent Jeremiah into a crazed, sobbing mess, and you were able to realize that you could bring Micah back to Vragmount, to the dwarves, who have some of the best healers around, and hopefully get his life saved. Last we left off, you were getting ready to hitch up the horses. However, when you all got back to the horses, you realized that Clutch had run off. However, he did leave. He left the 2 silver short swords and the bag of holding with 12,000 gold coins in it. He did not, however, leave any pickles.
12,000 gold?
Yeah. That was his money.
Why does he have so much money?
He wasn't sharing.
Bruh. That's crazy. No note?
No.
Well.
There is
I guess
some
that's that problem solved.
pickle mush
Is
at the
there
base of
tracks?
the tree.
Pickle mush tracks that drips along through them? For random pickle every so often?
Oh,
She keeps moving it.
it's in the closet. Or stop it, you're fine. Brand new. The strawberries are good.
I prefer the regular kid.
2 silver swords or 2 short swords?
2 silver short swords.
2 silver short swords.
Jeremiah's come with us, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Micah's body on the sledge and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, as you guys walk up to the horses, who I've gotten there first because I went ahead. Clutch seems to be gone. He wasn't here when I got here. He just left this bag of money.
Video.
Zelda awakes from 1,000 years sleep.
Naomi just comes down from the mountain just like, hey guys! You go spooking? You go scaring? Oh, I did make you a character.
Finally!
Not just the tiefling.
Cute. I don't think so. I'm blonde?
That's never gonna happen.
Listen, when you search Fire Genasi Cowboy female, that's what comes up.
Good
Give me a
riddance.
Sharpie.
He was nothing but trouble.
A little bit impulsive. Cost us that paycheck for sure.
Oh, did he?
Oh yes, you were watching the horses this whole time. So yes, he. We went to get Micah under control here, and he decided that instead of just subduing him, he completely killed him.
Yeah, and I point to behind Jeremiah's horse that the mic is tied up and being pulled on a sled behind it.
His body.
Yep.
So they,
Dead.
So I don't understand him.
he was a character for sure.
He was
Are all his kind like that?
Would I have met many automatons?
You've met some of them in passing. Most automatons do not form friendships or emotional connections. Most of them. There have been some. But you've met a few of them in passing, not to the point that you would know them.
Never really known automatons besides him.
Unnatural.
Yes, for sure.
What about me? What would I know about automatons? Probably about the same thing.
Yeah, your understanding of them would be more on a mechanical
everybody?
basis.
Yeah.
Of how the inner workings work.
Cool.
Is that a Reese's?
Good, man.
Reese's Pieces.
Can I have a Reese's Pieces and a strawberry? I'm gonna have a peanut butter and jelly snack.
Ew.
That sounds very special.
Christmas tree.
So little.
Yeah, that is snack size.
How dare you bring
The bite
snacks
size.
out?
For your convenience.
Yeah,
They're
how
real
dare you bring
size.
anything other than the 2
Bite
pounders,
size.
one
Cow,
for
they're
each
the
of
bad
us.
price.
I work hard to make this place a home.
What'd you roll?
I don't know.
Let's see how bad.
I'm sure Kahlua would love to play with that.
I got the ingredient side.
At least you got knowledge check.
Count up the numbers of the ingredients.
Add all the numbers.
Yeah, 170330815.
That's pretty high.
You got pretty high already, yeah. At
What is
work,
that
they
you left?
store their Reese's in with their mints
I'll open the bag up.
Really?
There actually is 12,000
Well,
gold in here.
We have a
Yeah,
cabinet.
it's your guys' bag.
I have a.
Oh, I thought
I
you meant
have-
these.
The bag of holding's here.
We have a.
Oh, it's a bag of holding with a
candy
bunch of
bowl
money.
on my
Yeah.
desk. And we store all our.
It looks like
candy
the
in
bag of
cabinet.
holding. It's just
The mint's
I'll
just.
clear a spot on the ground of debris or whatever and turn it inside out and dump everything else inside it. And what else? It's just a bunch of money.
2 short swords and the and that.
12,000 gold.
That's all he said that was in there.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
Jeez.
Should we
Guess
divvy
we
it
just
up?
divvy it up, right?
Biome goes over to all the money and gathers it up and says, "We should give this to what's his face for our friend's wrongdoing."
Yeah, she's like, I don't know who that is, but like, I feel like we did him wrong.
Yeah, maybe we
Last
can
I
just...
knew, I was in a cart.
Maybe we just
It's actually a
We killed a
What if
frog
we-
last time
why
I was
don't
here.
we-
maybe give him like
Physical day.
like an equal part of it.
Why don't we just like set it aside? I'm sure that any sort of revivification is going to be costly, and just put it towards that for now until we find out a price.
That fellow was supposed to be paying us.
That's a fair point. I agree with.
So our friend decided to murder his friend.
You guys are giving me
Friend.
from the Sense and Sensibility movie, by all accounts, I don't think your father meant for you to give them money at all.
I would like to look over at Jeremiah and see what his reaction to this whole thing is.
We can ask him how much Micah was worth.
That's a good idea.
That's how much the funeral would cost, or the berry hole. I don't know what they do over there.
Is that because he's a bear?
Can I do an appraisal check on Micah?
What was he worth? We also gotta factor in the damage he did to us, because like that we gotta
That's
pay
true,
emotional
right?
damages to ourselves.
Yeah, it did take some damage.
And I mean, he wasn't our friend. He was just...
Something you're outvoted.
If we kill Jeremiah too, we won't owe anybody.
If y'all do that, we'll bring him clutch back.
Chaotic evil. Aren't you a priest?
Yeah.
To who?
I think I'm supposed to be lawful, neutral.
Well, that statement definitely wasn't.
We should donate the money to the church.
Which is you.
Which is me.
So, come on.
Catholic of you.
Alright, Daisy, that's a little bit dark for me. Well, the first part of killing him. Donating the money to you, that's just greedy. I think keeping it together for now, seeing what comes of this mission to revive Mike is a good idea.
And then who gets to hold it?
I'm a neutral party. I'll
Why
hold
did I
it.
think you meant
I'm the
Micah?
only one that didn't
I
want it.
don't think. Well, who do you guys? I think we should have a vote. Who's the most trustworthy?
I think you should pop Freya's stomach open and shove it in and then close it like those Barbie doll.
I mean, we
pools.
could do
And
what
you all get one
Clutch
turn
did
on
and
the
just
screw.
turn, like have the bag
She's
of holding
metal.
inside out, and then just unfold it back into Freya, and she just gobble up whatever she wants.
Maybe we should
No.
evenly divide it up, but keep it like, and if something comes, I don't know.
We all get the our portion.
Well, if we're gonna stand around here talking, I think.
Can we please keep going? Micah's got to get alive again.
I think.
I thought Micah was like dead.
Mike is dead.
Which
Why
is
is he gotta get
Jeremiah's
alive
just,
again?
really
Helpful.
broken up.
He's hoping we could revive him in the dwarven city.
Should we tell?
You don't think we can?
Would I know that?
You would know, because it is pretty common knowledge that the dwarves have some, apart from the druids, the dwarves have some of the best healers because necessary body modification is very common amongst the dwarves because they...
But he's dead.
Yes, but, you know,
It's like that scene in
there's a
Princess
tunnel collapse
Bride.
and it's...
He's dead, but not all the way dead.
He's dead.
It's-
dead.
Mostly.
He's still
It's
just mostly dead.
I wouldn't definitely know it's possible, right?
You might not, Chiwu would. As a dwarf from...
Well, I mean, like-
what's your name?
Somebody that's this far gone, like would I know that it's possible?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Japanese
as long as it hasn't
cute
been
girl?
like
I
a
definitely
certain
know
amount of
it's
time.
possible.
Did she see? She didn't see your picture yet.
And my boss asked me. She came in. She's like, "What is a squishmallow?"
Well,
Apparently, her daughter asked for one on her Christmas list, and she didn't know what it was. She thought it was a food or something.
no.
Oh wow!
How dare you?
From my experience, I know it's definitely possible to bring somebody back, but we have to hurry. I think that I've made myself trustworthy enough that I can hold on to this for now.
I don't have a problem with that.
And I take the bag of holding.
I was gonna say, I don't know all of us.
Anybody
I won't fight
object?
you over that.
I think I should hold half. I'm the only one that didn't want it,
Didn't want it?
the gold.
That's a good point.
Everyone else wants it except me.
That is a good point.
You guys
Oh,
can
it's
arm wrestle.
Exactly. I've got no emotional
I am
connection
fully-
to this gold.
It's clutch as gold. That is a good point, Kronos. She has present.
1 hour later.
No.
I think we should divvy them up.
We'll
We just
just
melt the money
slowly-
Let
down.
us decide, man.
I think Daisy, Ivy,
Bammy.
Bammy.
It's been a while.
One of them.
Go, here we go. Is this easier for you?
You'll get it right at some point.
Naomi makes a good point. Wait a minute. I want an insight check, Naomi. It's my
I would
massively
like
high
this.
insight
I was
here.
trying to decide if I wanted to do that.
About 9.
But 9.
9.
I want an insight check too. Can I insight check?
You would need to roll either persuasion or deception.
Whether you're lying.
Whether you're then tell us the result. You don't have to tell us which one you're rolling. One or the other.
This one?
That's the one.
Plus what?
Plus either your deception skill or your persuasion skill. Whichever one would be applicable.
So go to your
Oh, yeah.
skills.
And just
I
tell us
rolled
what
a
the
12.
result is.
Your
Perception.
persuasion.
Persuasion's negative. I'll do perception.
Well, it's not perception. It's
Deception.
persuasion or deception.
Whichever one
It's
actually
Like
applies.
if you actually want the money for yourself, you would roll deception. But if you're actually honestly saying that you'd be the third party, you would roll persuasion.
But you don't tell
If
us.
you're trying to
You just
persuade us to keep,
tell
or
us
just to deceive us. If you're trying to deceive us, to use the money so you can have it, you would roll deception. But if you're trying to persuade us, like honestly, you would roll persuasion. You don't have to tell us which one though. If you don't want to.
Well, I got a 1.
All right, so we
It's
would
not
be
a
able,
nat
we
one,
would be
but
able to
it's a
tell whether you're being honest or not.
Yeah, I am being honest.
I feel like she's trustworthy.
Yeah.
I guess you could be all right. Well, let's get going.
All right,
Alright.
Chu, I think you'll call the lead the way.
What about the silver short shorts? Or just give them
Short.
Was Jeremiah wanting those equipment back, Eventus?
He is not in the right mental state to be asked to know at the moment.
Oh,
Just leave them.
okay.
Just leave him. No.
Feed them or
Sell them, get all the money, and then you guys can
Could
split
be
that.
Quite useful. Silver weapons are effective against werewolves and such.
Alright, they're silver. Delete.
They're silvered.
I don't mind doing what's onto those.
Those you can.
they're not useful to me.
I will take them.
What's the time of day?
Go right ahead.
It's dark. It's nighttime. It's
3:19
I will take the 2
PM.
silvered short swords then.
AM.
In what world? she likes putting her tail up there, don't she? She's bopping my knee.
Alright, so you're gonna start your way back towards Vrogmount. Vrogmount. Well,
I guess we are going.
Farinfall and then Vrogmount.
We going back to Farinfall? Are we
It's
going
up to you
straight?
guys.
Straight oh,
I go straight for Graveler.
Where are we?
We are in the marsh here.
Are we still there?
Yep, we were in Farinfall. We went to the marsh to find the
Where guy?
were guys,
Yep.
and then I don't know where Vrogmount is. I would imagine Chiwu would be able to lead us there.
It's like there or
Up
something.
this
So
way
who
somewhere.
is Chibudas?
Chiwu, we met him after we killed the troll and giant toad. We went back and found the hoard of metal stuff that they were hoarding.
They hoarded.
Yeah, in the hoard.
Mhm.
And we met Chiwu and Ivy, and they were sent from the Vrogmount Gilbrand
Yeah,
and teamed up with us. Joined up on our party.
since we had
To continue our.
similar goals.
Yeah. Yes. All right, Chu, lead the way.
Okay, I'll lead the way back to Ragna. And so how far are we traveling tonight?
It's up to you guys.
To go through.
I'm well rested.
Well, how far is it to
Yeah, where are we
The
going?
map. The map. I don't know where it
a
is.
day? An
It's
hour?
at least a day's
like-
travel.
Yes.
Is each one a day?
It's like
Each
the
hex
middle
will
of
be
the night right
we
now.
go from like middle of hex to the middle of hex will be a day.
So it's like 2 days from where we're at, correct?
Yes.
Oh goodness.
I know. I don't like about raising the dead.
I just know it needs to be fast.
There's probably a time limit.
I distrust it. I don't think we're gonna succeed.
I think we should try though.
I don't like the idea of it myself.
Don't like the idea. We are actually on our way. Just talking
Okay.
along the way. Have you had an experience with someone being brought back, which was
No, but just
unsavory?
it doesn't seem right. If they're already gone, they should stay gone. It's part of the cycle. You know?
Or we're not meant to be going on?
Should we freeze the body so it doesn't decay?
Yes, honey, use your magic on him.
I wouldn't. I don't know if that would make a
Do you have any
difference.
freezing spells, Ivy?
Wow.
Because I don't.
I do. I
Do you have
have
a bullet freeze?
frostbite.
You're
I have
dwarf,
a
what shape?
I have a
Um,
frostbite
the one-
cantrip.
The
It was just
bullet
you.
said that when they hit
You're
a
a
target,
human?
they no longer become magical.
Well, I
So
mean,
if
as
I
far
didn't
as you can
activate
tell.
them with these three
my
magical,
hood's always up.
I didn't activate the shock one before I fired it. I forgot to. So
I
could I
mean,
pull it out of the dead guy's body and have it?
Probably
go
tell I
fire?
don't have horns. That's why I'm saying you think I'm
No.
human.
Genasi?
Like I'm not a
Genasi.
tiefling.
know
I'm
that.
not a genasi or whatever. you are.
Genasi.
I heard it both ways.
Genasi.
He just told me.
What's the weather? Is
Don't
it
hit me with
cold
your
enough
tail.
for a body?
Did
A
it
dead
freeze?
one?
To do what?
She's got something scandalous happening in her brain.
I'm concerned for the body.
To put him where?
What are you gonna do with the
What I'm
body?
saying is it cold enough to keep it from decaying?
I would say it's not like freezing, but you are venturing underground. Like once you get past the marsh into the in the foothills, you're gonna be just pretty much underground.
I'll stand next to him, my flaming head of hair. Only right to a quick.
In my travels, I've come across daughters and sons that were able to stop decay with magic, and that's not something you could do. There's a gentle repose spell, second level. I don't know if you have access to that.
I don't have it prepared.
You could prepare it tomorrow, maybe. Would you be able to possibly do something like that?
I mean, Miranda can freeze him.
That's a good idea.
Or just had Revivify prepared.
I'm not high enough level.
Revivify. She always tastes better.
What do I need to be? Level 5?
Oh, never.
Gentle repose would stop the body from decaying. So if you I don't know if probably if we get till take a long rest and choose new spells, you could do that.
What's the magic word?
Jesse wants chips. For me.
You.
Let's roll for that. There you go. To replenish the stock I stole
I
so I can
feel
steal more.
partially responsible for his death, and since it was one of our members who
Sure. If you
caused
give
it.
them to someone else and eat off of their plate, they taste better. It's
Guess if I
proven
throw
fact.
him out, I'll get him to hurt.
I mean,
I'm sorry that I like more spice in my life than salt.
I wouldn't normally eat these without like a huge glob of queso on them, but since they're Jesse's, They taste really good.
To get my spells back, I know I have to rest, but
We should get a few hours of travel tonight at least.
Ooh.
I don't know like what resets on short rest and what resets
Which
on
bone was
long
that?
You
rest.
don't get any spells
I
back
don't
on
know,
short
but it
rest.
was
Okay.
good.
Unless you have some kind of special feat or something.
Well, we can't go too long because we've been up since. Oh, we've been up since like noon yesterday. We could go.
You've been
So
awake
it was
for
probably
about 12 hours.
it was probably like later than afternoon.
Yeah,
I think,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
we all seem rested. Like, I'm not on death's door or anything. I didn't even get hurt in that battle.
I didn't get a scratch. I just
Yeah.
went away
Let's go.
and cast the giant cloud, which has
Like
been
what time?
dispelled.
1 or 2 in the morning.
At
What'd you
this
say it was?
point, it's about 4 or 5.
I want to see how many hours of travel we can get in. before
At
we
this
rest.
point, it's about 4 or 5, and I would say at this point, you guys are getting like real tired. You're
Oh.
getting further into the foothills, and you can start seeing the sky lightning.
Okay.
Can't see the sun yet, but
All right, we'll just go until we need to rest.
Tyrion,
I
in
would say you
talking to
probably
Clutch
need to rest.
afterwards, he was not listening to any reason.
He was quite stubborn about his. They can fix him.
But also made the point that when I told him to stay out of things, that I was not, had no authority.
I think he was very new to working in the group setting, and it was. Yes, that's what it came across to be as.
Yes. But I do think it's not unreasonable to think that some of it is on our hands with not putting somebody in charge.
You think that would?
I
that made
vote
it
Bayomi.
better? You
His
think we
booming
need a
voice from
de facto leader?
Yep.
I think it could help.
I would be very wary of giving someone full authority.
Just somebody to make those split-second decisions.
Let's see what the rest of the party thinks. I
I'll
could be
wait
agreeable.
I volunteer.
Wait till we can't.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I can see the mic like picking up the levels. It's picking up crunching.
Good. That's what it's supposed to do.
Back up.
That was perfect.
Let me just.
Oh my gosh. That would be horrible. Okay. Like that, Levy.
I got an 11. Well, hopefully my dice won't butcher me tonight.
I can't switch my spells until I rest.
Long rest.
You have to
You have to dream up your new ones.
I was thinking like study.
No, they only come from your hopes and
They
dreams.
come from
Rest.
dreams. Got it.
So,
You're getting
getting about
you
like
need to rest.
We're gonna
at
eight.
least,
What time is it?
about 5 or 6, and so
Okay,
you've
this
been
is
up
the time.
since you've been up for about 18 hours.
No, I don't like them.
If we get to such a secure spot, I'll say to boys, it's like it'd be a good spot to stop for a few hours.
Short rest. Long rest.
Long rest.
Down,
We-
sit up,
we-
kid.
Wow, I look really refreshed.
We need Ivy to get her spells so she can stop Micah from decaying too much.
Or just potentially heal him, bring him back to life.
Or that. If
So-
you can bring him back.
I
fully.
wake up with Revivify.
You need a diamond.
Huh?
Revivify has a cost,
It does?
I believe.
I can even look at it.
Or you have to do it within a minute.
Your Revivify's, yeah. That too. Yes, there's only diamond in a minute. Within a minute.
Setting up camp.
Rejuvenate. That's what you need a diamond for.
I'm so tired.
You need a Revivify. It needs a diamond too.
Yeah.
I'm
But
currently
there is a
dreaming
spell
up
that
my
you
next
can
thing.
use that like you also need a diamond that is not just Revivify.
So is everybody just going to bed?
I'm starting. I'll eat some food.
It's a
Rations.
slots amount of times I can use them in a day.
Yeah, so like each time you cast a first level spell, you check off one of those, and then if you use second level spells, you check off one of these.
Okay, and that's the amount of spells I can have. I can
You
only
probably have more spells. What are you, a ranger?
Yeah.
Did you ever choose spells?
I chose these from the first time.
I would go and check, make sure you don't get more. 'Cause I feel like-
Resurrection. That's what I'm thinking of.
I feel like you might have more.
I don't want to check that.
Resurrection you can do if a person has been
You
dead
only
for no
need
more than
one
a
of
century.
4 spells that you have.
That's
Oh, so I can.
So all of these
like, is that like an
first
Ethernet
level
spell.
A what?
down.
What
you
level
choose
is that?
Up to 4
It's pretty high level spells.
It's like Ethernet level, right?
This is first and
Seventh
second.
level.
Yeah, so
Seventh level.
you
Seventh
probably
level?
yeah, you probably
So-
want
So how
more
the
first
strong-
levels than second levels, just because you have more 4-star spots. But if
Okay.
you see because if you choose a bunch of second level spells,
It's
you
gonna
only
be a
be able to do
confusing one,
like
but I'm gonna
2 of
prepare
them.
it.
Okay.
So if you want to choose like maybe like 3
There's
first
just a
level
lot
and,
to it,
and then a second level, unless there's a couple second levels, like 2 and 2 might be a good balance too.
That makes sense.
Certain ones are upcastable, if you know what that is.
No.
So
Certain damage spells and some other spells have like a clause at the bottom where it says like if you cast this at second level or higher, then you add 1 of the die more for every level or whatever.
Okay.
So
I see.
that can be nice if you want to diversify and be like, okay, well, that way I have this spell. I can cast it at a lower level if I need to, but then I can upcast if I have a higher level spell slot
Okay.
left, no lower level slots or something. But it might be best to just ignore that for now.
It probably doesn't find that relevant.
Long rest.
Certain spells, it's a waste to upcast sometimes.
you just last longer or something. So yeah.
What's this reset and maximum HP changes during this rest?
That'll replenish all your hit points. Maximum HP changes. There's certain things where
Should I leave it checked or no?
leave it checked. You probably won't. You'll probably never come into a situation where we change your maximum HP, but
Alright.
it could come. I don't know.
Rations.
Who's taking first watch?
I can watch.
Wake me up when you want to switch. I'll take second shift.
Is it doing by the fire? Stare off into the darkness. Mountain. We're in the mountains at this point, or are we still in the foothills?
You are just on the outside of the mountains.
As the sun rises, we're gonna need to get our schedule back on normal day-night schedule sooner than later. As soon as we get this situation figured out.
Trying to log in to my Twitch on this thing so that I can respond to the chat. Because someone's boyfriend is flirting with the heartthrobber in the red hoodie.
Where is Brandon?
Michigan. Today was his last day at work. They did inventory today.
Fun.
How's my watch go?
Roll a d20 for me.
Is it perception check or just random d20?
Just a random d20.
Alright, it's 10.
Nothing happens.
As far as I know. Okay. I'll stay up for about 4 hours. Keep my watch for 4 hours.
Does that mean you only need 2 people to watch?
Well, I can stay up longer than most people. Well, if you would watch again, you could stay up for another 4 hours because you don't have to sleep. As an elf, you can trance for 4 hours to get a full rest.
Hmm.
So if you would watch the next, but regular people have to watch only watch for 2 hours. They have to sleep for 6.
If only we had an angel with us that didn't have to sleep.
He ran off after jeopardizing one of our missions.
We could have just forgave him, but no. You guys didn't want
We
to do
didn't
that.
force him off. We were gonna work it out. He just decided. I talked to him and he was gone.
Can I have the
I just
the
wanted him to stay out of things until we got things sorted out.
It was sus.
Okay.
He was.
Totally sus.
He's
I'll
a
wake.
sussy
I'll
boy.
wake Kronos up. Your turn.
All right.
Sit down cross-legged.
Ooh, they do
My
smell.
new spell.
Oh, they're pretzels.
They're like
Stare off-
caramel
stare off
pretzels.
all the abyss.
Hey, those are pretzels. I thought they were
My
like
eyes glaze over.
caramels.
I don't think I remain conscious.
Miranda,
Hmm?
flavor of these just took me to a dark place because they taste
Semi-conscious.
exactly
You'd see me, but
like
you'd probably have to wake up in order to
the
respond.
caramel nut bar that I would eat at the bad place
Dream.
that I worked at, and I ate them like every day
Yeah.
with the demon woman.
Oh, Vinanic.
Can't say the name.
Oh.
It's just the demon place, the demon woman.
You know what? The heck with it. Screw you, Janet Binswanger.
What?
You're a jerk.
I was just checking.
Her last name was
Fascinating.
Binswanger.
Yeah. It's the epitome of a
I
Karen.
am communing with.
No wonder she was horrible.
No, it's
Cross,
not
we do
creepy.
have Sour Patch Kids here and Sour Patch apples. Or, Sour Patch strawberries. And a very content cat on her throne.
Just kidding.
I got that chair from your mom so that I could have a chair to sit in. And no, it's just her throne.
It's where you put the blanket.
All right, I'll take second watch. She'll stay up for
Okay.
2 hours.
Cool. Roll a d20.
How long is a long rest?
8 hours.
20.
Nothing happens, but
But
You find a golden sword at your feet.
looking up, you see a really cool owl land, and it kind of like pops near the fire
King,
and
King,
does the
get
little
out
like
your binoculars.
thing. Kind of looks at you, and then just does like a full. Ooh. Flies away. And you're just this little owl feather
Middle of the day.
little alpha in there.
going into the mountains.
I'm just surprised the house got middle of the day.
Yeah, well, you know what? I forgot what time it was. Leave me be. You're asleep.
No, I'm not in track.
Pull out my journal and I try to
Not
do like a
trance.
little.
I was gonna say you're in a trance.
I go pick up the feather and then I pull out my journal.
Okay.
Sketch it.
Dear
Try,
diary.
try to sketch an owl.
I made a new friend today.
Stick the feather in there. Goes back up. Okay.
Okay, never mind.
No one. I never checked who would take third watch.
Oh, Miranda, it would be really nice. On the windowsill is my orange apple. Why do I keep saying apple?
Chop it on.
Thank you. Ah!
Ew, you eat those things?
The Terry's. Terry.
Are you
I did the
weird?
third watch.
Okay. Roll.
Oh my gosh, you have to be over 50 to eat those. You're not allowed to eat that.
And I got the dark chocolate.
Daisy, can I take a third watch?
Well, you know what, Candy? You can't have any then. Huh.
Sleep well.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was the friendliest thing you've ever done to me.
That was the friendliest thing I ever did for you?
Yeah, by not making me eat gross things.
What?
I commissioned a
everything
$200
gross?
painting from you, and that was everything I've ever done.
You?
Roll a d20.
Yeah.
Ooh. 2.
Corn of owl. I don't know what this vampire
You are
was
focusing
gonna, so I'm
on-
just gonna pick that one.
everybody else, making sure everybody's okay,
What are we gonna?
tucking in blankets.
Spells.
You
Tired of
go
reading
and
them
you
now,
adjust the
so I
fire,
just picked a bunch.
and you trip, and your hand falls into a gopher hole, and you are stuck.
These are the ones you have already.
Yeah, I just selected a couple that looked interesting.
Which hand?
Roll a strength check.
To
Left
see which hand it was?
No,
I don't really have much.
I said
time.
left hand.
What are we doing?
She got stuck in a gopher hole.
Yeah.
Where's
She's trying to keep
Where's
watch.
my strength?
Darn
and
you, priest.
abilities?
It's just
Oh,
your
here it is.
strength.
Listen, Candy. We don't know. We actually don't make a joke. We know how much the priests love listening to this.
I'm a cleric.
Same diff.
16. So 15.
Yep.
15.
That
You're able to pull your arm
phrase
out.
Can be useful.
Okay.
But
Locate objects
just-
can be
it's, like,
useful
covered
if
in,
you're, say,
like,
looking
dirt.
for something.
Is there like a gopher in the end, or?
I think there's wood
Who
chop.
has got rabies?
Are there any that I have that are less
No, you're good.
good than that one?
That was rough.
If you had rolled in that one, you were gonna fall in the fire. So.
No.
Any that I know that you think I should?
That's just a
switch out
random
for that
chance
one?
thing. That's not like a dexterity
second
check or
level.
anything.
With a nat one,
She's
no.
just
I,
like
they don't really
if
matter.
you're gonna have stuff
I
like
just
that
roll
happen,
four
it's just a
or not
random
that many
something
total.
happens.
Doesn't matter
It's
if
fine.
they're first or second.
Worst comes to worst, you'd be
It's
stuck in
just
there
the
until she wakes
uses
someone up.
matter.
That's
It's a little bit different than ours.
You know what?
DM making life interesting.
Yeah, you know
We
what?
talked for 10 minutes on who was keeping the gold.
Yeah.
I think
I got a 1.
Oh.
Wait, you're watching too?
She's taking the next one.
That's
8 hours.
That's 8 hours.
Me?
Yeah. Well,
Should
no.
Should be enough.
4, 6, 8.
I thought you did 2
I
hours.
did 4 hours.
He did
Oh.
4.
That was the whole thing I was saying about my triathlon.
Oh,
I
okay.
did for 4 hours.
I don't know what you
Somewhere.
guys. I just rolled for fun.
Okay.
I wasn't actually.
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
actually doing anything.
You convinced her.
You were gonna get
Wow.
pooped on. And you weren't gonna know.
Oh, come on, my trance after the last 4 hours. Alright, up and at 'em, let's go.
That's good.
So,
I did some studying through the night, and now I can
You can help.
gently repose the corpse. Although it does require a pinch of salt and 2 copper pieces.
I'll say that for components for a spell, unless it has a monetary value, you have it.
well, 2 copper.
Do you have 2 copies?
I need that chip. That's my copper piece.
And that's her salt.
Your salt.
Gently place these on his eyes.
The copper pieces.
Sprinkle the salt.
Alright. Let's go.
And now he can't decay anymore. That's
Alright, sweet. Cool. Rigor mortis is not. Oh. I just wet up my nose.
What
That
did?
tissue? It's probably a hair of some sort. Hey, I'll take it.
I'm gonna say nice to come around.
Better than a nosebleed.
Pack up and we're on our way.
Yes.
so we still have a cart we're taking?
Yeah, it has Micah on it.
No, that was like a sledge thing. We have
You guys were on
a cart,
horses.
did we?
Oh.
We had a cart back. We left the cart back in
Yeah, we'll hold
Fair
it.
and Fall.
Yeah, they weren't your part.
They wouldn't let us keep it.
Also, I will say, the donkey is gone.
You took the donkey?
We had a donkey.
Clutch had it.
Clutch
Clutch
had a
had it.
donkey.
Good old Bill.
Little pony.
Dominic.
Are we following like a road,
Seems
or is it
nice.
just like wilderness mountain trek?
At this point, you are like into the actual mountains. You would be going into. You'd come to an area at the base of one of the mountains where Chiwu, to your guys' eyes, you don't really notice what it is. You don't see anything. Chiwu would notice that what looks like just a blank wall, if you walk towards it, it actually is a depth perception thing, to where it's the one wall is further back than the other two, so there's like the 2 walls, an opening, the other wall, but from where you guys look,
I couldn't tell.
it just looks, yeah. So you just see him walking straight at the wall, and then disappears to the left.
I'll follow him. Yes, he's a leader.
You smack into the wall.
The horse smacks into the wall. Oh wait, what the heck? Jiwoo!
Pops his head out.
What?
You have to turn there.
Oh. I couldn't tell that by looking at it. I will turn my horse. Now, can I see a pathway that he's on?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will
no,
then
no.
follow him.
A pretty nice, well lit, like pretty big tunnel, you know?
Tunnel?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going inside the mountains.
Yeah.
Is this the northern city already? Guess we're farther away.
It says leading to it. We're not quite there yet.
Okay.
It could be.
Taking us over a waterfall for all we know.
That's a good point.
I think you would hear it before you went over it.
Well, it could be a couple of miles down.
Not a
Well,
river.
you just turn
We're not
around
walking
and
I don't know.
Alright, let's continue. Let's
You're just like,
pick up the
follow my
pace.
brother.
and
He's
get
gonna
there
kill us.
quickly as you can.
His name's Chiwu for crying out loud.
Friendly name.
It's a dwarf though. That's what a predator would do.
Predator.
Yeah, like big buff dude. His name's.
Let's continue on our way.
Just a little sketch, okay?
Are we walking in like pairs? Riding.
Is it wide enough to move?
Oh yeah, it's about like as wide as this whole house and about as tall as well. It's a pretty decent sized tunnel. Like most of the mountains are like an anthill almost. There's many trails, pathways, and like large tunnels that then branch off into smaller ones.
Don't get lost.
Most of the dwarves
Good protection.
are completely subterranean.
Are we taking a horse together?
So,
Attention.
is there room for
Are we
three
still on
horses
that Pippin?
next to each other?
Well, the donkey's gone.
Wait,
Wait,
it's
We're
not
still on a
Pippin?
horse
Paying
together.
attention.
Don't do a Pippin? No.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Don't do that either.
Yeah, you're not do that.
So as you're walking,
Riding on horses.
as you're riding, the
Quickly.
tunnel, is, the further you go in, very well lit up with sconces on the walls,
Oh wow.
that let off a sunlight glow. You notice it doesn't feel like you're in like the orangish glow of firelight. It feels like sunlight emitting from these sconces. The further you go, you notice
I
that
put a hand towards one to see if there's any heat.
there's no heat. No.
Just feels like sunlight, but no heat.
Yeah.
It's cold.
So it's just
It's-
light.
Yeah, but it's not like firelight, and it doesn't flicker. And the further you go in, you start to see some like carvings on the walls of oh crap, what are they called? The like where it's like carvings into the side of like stone or something.
Hieroglyphics.
No, I don't know. There's carvings into the sides of the stone. Of just beautiful depictions of land and nature. Which you're kind of surprised at how the dwarves like have seen or know of this in this much detail. You see ocean waves, and you walk down a little bit farther, and suddenly it's a jungle with birds of different sizes and types and different animals. And you go down further, and it's a campfire in a desert, and you can't tell if it's just a trick of the light, but the fire seems to be glowing. You walk
Maybe
down.
they're portals to different areas of the world. Is that a thing, Shiru? We teleport in here? For each mural's different place we get to?
Well, you could welcome to walk into it and find out.
Very funny, Shiru. I'm gonna pick up the pace and move to the front of the pack. Actually, I'm gonna slow down. He's the leader. I'll follow him back to the back of the party.
Can we do like a history check or?
I'll do a check. We're all like interested.
18.
History. Find my history.
11.
Right. Anybody else?
18.
16.
Two.
You won't
You
know
tried
nothing.
walking into the wall. You were just like, you just tried like sticking your hand.
Yeah,
We can partially push the body into it. See if he starts like.
Jeremiah's still
the
with
picture
you.
starts wiggling.
Like Barbie and the
I was thinking more like Mario, but that too.
Oh yeah. Same difference.
The
Barbie,
exact
Mario.
same
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, they're definitely the same.
It only works if you're dead.
With the history test check, you would know that there are
Who would?
anybody with over.
Are there carvings or like paintings?
They're carvings.
Carvings.
Yeah. which the color variation that comes about, you notice, is from different types of stone. You would know that anybody with over an 11, I guess, would know that the dwarves have stayed, have always, as far as you know, the dwarves have always been in Vrogmounts. They've been there for all of your lifetime, all of your parents' lifetimes, from what they've told you. You've never heard of dwarves anywhere outside.
I've never seen a dwarf outside of Frogmount.
Yes, they do.
Chibu was the first one?
No, they do travel outside, but in settlements, they don't really settle.
Oh.
They might leave for business or for, fun, which, a fun fact about the dwarves,
That we all know?
yeah, it's very common. Very common knowledge.
You didn't answer our question, really.
About the history? That you wouldn't know how they would have known what these lands look like. Because you've never heard of dwarves settling outside of the Vargmounts. But dwarves are fairly common, just in and amongst the normal, you could very easily see a dwarf in any given village. However, they would not be living there. However, if there is a festival, a celebration that is well known, even ones that aren't well known that are just from little towns, there will be dwarves there. The dwarves love a party.
Party people.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
They will drink you under the table and then dance on that table.
I'll be back here.
Wait,
Don't stop.
remember the whole Gimli versus Legolas drink?
Mm-hmm.
So could Edward and I outdrink Chibu?
Oh, that would depend. That would be some Constitution saving rolls.
Drink.
I don't think, in the rules, there's anything that says that we're extra resistant to alcohol or anything. We could sure find out.
The dwarves are
Wouldn't it just
necessarily.
be like a poison thing if you were resistant to poison? Because in a way, it's like
Yeah.
poison.
I will say the
Alcohol
dwarves,
poisoning.
their race isn't necessarily a racial trait that it's oh, we're resistant to poison, but it's kind of
They are.
it's kind of hey, the Irish will drink you under the table.
Cool. I'll pull up next to Cronus. You talk to anyone else about that leader thing you were talking about yesterday?
Not yet. After sleeping on it, I think it's probably best to get this over with before we bring it up.
That's a good point.
I figured you would understand since you confronted him with me.
Yes. It was behind us and start fresh, I think.
Like so. Clippity cloppity clippity.
Am I in the back or front?
You were in the front because you were shorter.
Oh, right. Just imagining your arms around me. Just holding onto the saddle horn because I don't know what else to do.
As a cleric, you must have grown up in the Druid city?
Did I grow up in the Druid city?
Most of the druids live in the forest. I do have a name for it. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
It was, hang on. Deadwood.
Deadwood. Thank you. Well, no, that's just your section.
Okay.
That's where your section is. The Deadwood is a section because it's near the certain thing. But the whole, woods has a specific name. I don't have it on me. You would have grown up in those woods, but there's a couple of different cities or settlements in there. I would say you would have grown up in one of the larger ones. It should be on the map. Yeah, you would have grown up in this one that's in the middle.
This over here.
Yeah, the one that's a bunch of teepees.
Okay.
So your people would have very big fishermen. They would have had a lot of. There would have been salt traders as well. They would have had a lot of access to the Misty Sea. But most druids live in those forests.
She's a cleric.
Yeah, sorry. Well, because the druids live there, it is a very
Are you a druid?
nature.
No, I'm a cleric.
Yeah.
She's a druid.
It's
I'm making
Because-
the assumption that because she's a cleric, that she probably grew up in the druid.
because
Forest.
of who your mother is, being the emir of nature, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Those specific types of clerics are very popularized. It's kind of like if you're going to find an emir, or if you're going to find a child of this emir, they're gonna be from there with the druids because that's why.
Okay.
60s.
So are we from the same place?
It tastes like cereal.
Well,
It's
you have
kind
to
of
tell
like
me the name of it, because then I can
It's
tell you.
kind of like saying you're
What's the
both
name of
from Pennsylvania. She's from Erie.
Lancaster.
You're from Philly.
Roll Constitution saving throw, Ed.
What did you eat?
Uh,
I do have the name of your
23.
thing. Let me pull it up.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, hers is her place
Bye.
is Deadwood.
you're dead.
Vanna, your home is Stormgorge.
Storm
Gorge.
Gorge?
Yes,
Somebody want to mark that on the map.
because
I
there's
don't know where it is.
I don't know where Elidor, my
That-
hometown is.
I have no idea where I'm from.
I know where I'm from, that's not where it is.
just because of
I was born as an adult with no backstory.
I came into being.
you can make one up. Like I'm totally cool if you want to
I'm
just
gonna read it.
one off the top of your head.
Just walked out of the bonfire one day.
But then because of the locations of the mountains and the Misty Sea, your
I'm
home
here for it.
is kind of like, say, Oregon. Imagine like Oregon, Washington. That's kind of what your
Do I
home.
live in Forks, Washington?
Essentially, yes.
Why do you want to live
Just the
in
Oregon Trail
Vampire
version of D&D.
Sparkle World?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you?
We there yet?
No.
Are you just telling me that where you're from? That's cool.
Yes, I'm from Forks,
Let
Washington.
them roleplay.
We're stuck on a
I'm
horse
from-
together.
Be
What
like,
do you
I'm
want
from
us to do?
Deadwood.
So here we're from the same area.
Here.
You know Jim's Sporting Goods store? Yeah, I know Jim's Sporting Goods store.
I spy with my little eye something
Thank you.
gray
Which
and
mirror law do you
brown.
follow?
They asked her.
Yes,
She was back.
I spy something hard.
The Deadwood.
The dead body. Actually, no, he's probably softening
Stone?
up at this
No,
point.
I cast a spell on him.
I
No,
spy
he's preserved.
something
He's reposed.
kind of roughly
You know the Valley of
spherical.
Repose?
He's gently reposed.
Do you remember the Valley of Repose?
I spy.
Is it a rock?
How'd you know?
It's one of the wells in
I
Pittsburgh.
spy
It's my little eyes.
something black. There was a black rock back there.
Ah, I missed it.
Are the hoofbeats echoing through the
Oh, yeah.
tunnel?
Oh yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So like the clerics and like the sons and daughters of the emirs and amars,
Mhm.
do they congregate somewhere? Like obviously not a church,
Yeah.
but like
They have a cloud. Cloud
It's
9.
kind of like depending on who your Miramar is, wherever you feel the closest connection to
so
them.
my people just gather around a redwood and we just connect hands
Yeah.
in a circle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of people.
I was thinking more like
For a lot of them, for a lot of the children, it is that is what your people are called, is just the children. most people understand
Can
that
never be an adult.
means the Amir Mars.
I'm pretty sure.
But for most of the children, the place that they feel the closest connection is where they first met their parents. So for you, however you would like, would be in.
Weren't you talking about the actual Myanmars themselves gathering?
No.
Like her people.
The
like-
children.
so
Where do
your-
the
your-
children
your
meet?
Your siblings.
There are a kids' table somewhere.
I'm being bullied.
When you said connection, I thought they were gonna have a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
It's just,
So like
great.
you and your siblings would often go for like say walks in the woods, or if your mother was there,
There's little yellow
she would
ones.
go for
I think
walks.
they
with
were
you.
like the Emirs on Mars can be like physical.
Yeah,
like
they are.
green?
It's essentially like
Big one. Telepath dude.
they live
One
on a
my
different
friend
plane of
had
existence,
that
but they're
one, and
very
then they're
much
the only
a
gross ones
real
left.
race. They're just kind of a lot more powerful. They were the ones that originally created the world.
like, if Galadriel was
Yeah.
walking with us.
Yeah. You know, there are some that are a lot. Also Vanna,
You won't understand.
you should have gotten advantage or something because your Amir Aster is of plant life and decay, so I feel like you would have had advantage on stopping decay. But you do know there are some.
There's no ability check.
Yeah.
She is dead.
There are some Amir Mars that don't very often come to this plane of existence and walk amongst them. You would know some of them would be Aif, Aif, which is the Emir of War and Peace, which when you see her can either be a really good thing or a really bad thing. Most children of hers you would know would join militaries, and Aklis, who is the Amir of Anguish and Death. She often finds her children in like war-torn orphans or children who have had severe like trauma because of parental death or something like that, or neglect or something along those lines. However, you would know Chiwu as a, I guess, just honorary child because all of the dwarves are children.
He's short.
Yes.
They're all children.
Get to
All
sit
of
on the kids' table.
all of the dwarves consider themselves to have their mother, which to them it is a bit more of a like kind of like, you know how like Odin is the All Father, you would have like an All Mother essentially, but she's
there's only male dwarfs.
yours, you know, would be Amir Aguya, who was a dragon. Not all of them are humanoid. You would know that Amir Aguya comes in the form of a dragon, and she's the Amir of stone and fire, which is why most of the dwarves consider themselves to be her children. And she is very frequently seen flying around the mountains. Yeah. There is a lot of dragon symbolism in the mountains. Yeah.
Got it.
You know, Vanna, if you had Amar Ander of Animal Life and Death, you probably could have saved the werebear.
You knew.
Even if it was metal.
The werebear.
The werebear, not the
Micah.
not the mecha bear.
Oh, never mind.
We're gonna save Micah anyway. Don't worry about it.
We got this.
I would at this point it's been about 12 hours of traveling in the mountains.
That's a lot of traveling.
Wouldn't that be like midnight by now?
Probably.
Because we took it was like 4 a.m. We took a long rest.
So it's
That's
like
8 hours. That's
yeah,
12.
it's like midnight.
12 hours later, it's midnight.
You guys can choose to either you're getting tired, but you're not like exhausted at this point where you would.
I
need
would
to sleep.
be. 12 hours of mountain travel?
You're in a tunnel
Just
on a horse. What?
Typical, like actual rules.
Mhm.
A typical day of travel is
But yeah, I would say at this point you would want to.
I just sat on my butt for 10 hours straight, and it was very tiring.
And this is on a horse.
No,
And we're on a
my
horse.
car. It's the same
Yeah, but
difference. I was going even faster. 60 horses.
I mean,
at
on a
once.
horse, you're going. You know, there's a lot more exercise going on there.
You don't know how many potholes I hit.
This is Pennsylvania.
Excellent point.
I think we should stop.
You're just gonna stop in the middle of a corridor? Are there any openings, side?
There's not really anywhere we can go.
Not really, no.
otherwise.
Would I know how close, like how much farther we'll need to go?
You would know at this pace you would get there tomorrow.
But we're
What
not.
time?
It'll be more than a few hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be about 6 more hours of travel to get to.
Should we?
You know, it'll take you maybe another 2 or 3 hours to where you start getting to where there is civilization. But you're not gonna get to like the heart city.
Okay.
Could do a short rest and continue on. Reset our sleep schedules.
Just stay up for that lecture a
That
little
was
bit.
louder
Just
than
to
I thought.
push through for another couple hours to get back on a normal sleep schedule. I could do it.
It's up to you guys.
Sure.
You stopping or we go?
Like I said, you're not at like exhaustion levels yet, but you're like, I'm tired. It's like 9 o'clock for you guys, essentially.
I'll just like,
That'd be fine. Keep going.
who votes to stop?
I think we should stop so we won't be nocturnal anymore.
That's why.
I'm sore.
Yeah,
Stop.
I think we need to stop.
It's probably wise. How long do we have before we lose the ability to bring him back? How long does that spell last? 10 days.
10 days.
Hey, how much longer?
Just realized what happened.
How much longer till we get to? I'm not gonna tell you. How long it is.
Edward's just secretly playing everyone.
I just recently read that spell, so I know.
This is just Edward playing with his dolls.
I was wondering how long it lasted.
Hand puppet Daisy.
I hear Edward whispering, and I'm just like, Mother.
We got still a ways to go, right?
We will
We will.
in the city tomorrow
I think we can
at
spare.
this pace.
We can spare a few hours for sleeping. Is there a little bit of a wide area to the trail, or but you don't agree?
What?
No. Okay.
Yeah. You hear Freya over here? She's been whining for the last 5 hours.
Yeah, I haven't actually heard her.
Pretty much.
The gears are squealing.
You're just like
Frank
got her
was
with just
doing
like
that for the
baby
last
seat,
few hours,
baby
I would've
strapped to the
murdered
chest,
it.
and she's just like.
I would have unscrewed her jaw and then hook apart her neck.
I've been riding the right side. I
That's
couldn't tell.
animal abuse.
She's a robot.
I've been crammed against. No offense. I've been crammed against Daisy these last 8 hours.
All right, let's stop.
Set up camp
Blow the camp, light a fire.
underneath one of
rocks.
those lamp things.
Instead of even.
It's
Just,
still
just
lit.
camp underneath the lamp.
Last thing we did
It's not
was
warm or anything,
But I mean,
Well,
like, might as well have light and then the fire goes out.
Is it actually empty? No, so there's trash in there still. Do you want to eat the last trash?
I want trash.
What?
You know what?
Just yellow.
Roll.
No?
He
There's
can't
green
tell
in
the
there,
difference.
too. I know, you just told us that.
Yeah.
Why you never
I
let
found
us
out
know
something
it's
really
necessary.
Taste this
I
morning.
just
Yeah.
let it roll.
Apparently that like it like okay, you know how like guys have color blindness.
Just so you know, I
there
just
is a
called it
thing
bloody.
of like other blindness
Yeah.
to certain to like your olfactory senses for your nose
Yeah.
and your. I'm convinced he has that. I think he has taste
He just
blindness.
said that lemon doesn't, the yellow ones don't taste any different, so yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Because those things taste like soap.
I've been having him smell my soaps that I'm making, and he's just like,
Well, this is the same flavor as those, so.
and I'm like, this is pumpkin spice latte, this is apple. How do they smell the same to you? And he's like,
Smells like soap.
which by the way,
It's not clean.
check out my Etsy shop, Bubbles and Berries Co. on Etsy and Instagram.
Codependent.
No, but I did actually get a message in the chat that was for a promotion for my channel viewers, followers, views, chat bots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best.
Alright, I'm gonna go into a trance real quick.
You use
Don't mind
soap,
me.
I make soap.
but do you use it?
Yeah, I'm actually currently using one of my bars.
Like right now, or
Oh yeah,
Weird.
I'll take first watch. Who wants to take
just
second?
slowly sliding down my back.
I'll take second.
I'll take third and fourth.
Cool.
Unless someone else wants it, like, I'll be up.
Excuse me.
I'll do third.
Roll your rolls,
First, second,
people.
third.
I'll take
What are we rolling?
First.
Is
so-
that
D20.
perception or just
Just a D20 to see what
just
happens.
D20?
Nat 20. Woo!
23.
But is it a net though?
It's a nat 19. It's a natural number.
You're so
I got a 13 for my watch.
Candy,
What?
you would notice some of the metal veining through the walls. You would notice it's gold.
Oh, notice it's gold. Okay.
Yay.
Yay. There's gold above us.
That's what I got for you, man. I don't know what to tell you. You're
Guys, look up. We're rich.
Mr. Chivas will find us cutting it out. He might get angry.
I'm a blacksmith, not a miner.
Okay. I don't know if it's like a sacred gold thing or something.
It's the bane of the gods.
in your watch, then you would notice, you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden you hear, hoofbeats and wheels.
You know what order we're going in? Because I was third shift. He's
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just heard
Doesn't
people
matter.
say you say your number, him say his number,
You
and him say
had
his
them all
number.
at the same time.
Great.
Guess I took first. I don't know.
We lost our GM now. She's gone rapid.
Just roll for the next DM.
Roll for the next DM.
Not me, I got an 8.
Whoever's
Yeah,
taking
Two.
second watch,
That's
Chiwu was taking second.
Chiwu.
okay. You would hear the sound of carts and hooks.
But don't worry, we're fine because I get to look at gold.
He's like, so shiny.
You're just like, oh!
In a few hours, we're gonna find gold.
But you would be sitting there and see someone come around the bend. Because this tunnel is not just like straight. It has a few little like curves and whatever, kind of like a mountain road. But you would see coming around the bend, a female dwarf in a little, almost like a chariot wagon. It's got the 2 wheels. That's it, being pulled by 2 mountain goats. And she just, goes past you.
Anyone I recognize?
Yeah, you would recognize this as a local leather worker who you've worked with on occasion. Her name is Vanetta.
Vanetta?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you
I
think
like-
something else.
Fine. Her name is Vanita. I liked the name. It sounded cool.
Alright, fine.
Listen, I have a list of like NPC names, okay? You just
See,
even Chiwu?
Chiwu and Vanetta. What a combination.
And keeps on going. And that's all that happens on your
here, I'll just wave to her.
It's
so
not.
Vanetta just passed by?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it's. I mean, this is one of the main tunnels to get to Frogmount.
You don't wonder why we have a dead body with us?
She thinks you're sleeping.
A dead body?
With coins on his asshole.
He's well
He's
composed.
he's on
Not
a
composed.
whatever those things are called.
The stretcher.
A stretcher thing.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what the cowboy word is that they use in all those books.
Gurney?
For what?
When they carry a dead cowboy in the back of their horse on a
slinging him over the
Sledge?
horse? I don't know.
No, they call him
A
something.
gurney?
No.
The corpse?
Flint?
carry the dead body on a corpse.
No, the wooden slab they slap the body onto.
What cowboy shows are you
Not
watching?
shows. The books we read.
I'm
Yes,
intrigued.
Who dies in those books?
Cowboys!
Spoilers.
Leather and lace.
I haven't read
Flops
that book
them on.
in a long time.
No. Read the synonyms.
Knock it over.
No.
No.
Travois.
Travois.
Yeah,
Travois.
that's what they always have.
Gotcha.
How did you expect me to come up with that one?
Because it's in like every cowboy romance.
A type of
Wait,
sledge
huh?
formerly used by North American Indians, especially the Great Plains,
Did
to
you
carry
not
goods.
read Leather and Lace? And
I read it,
No, and I
All
was never a
those,
cowboy.
consisting of two
I
colts
wanted to be a
Two thoughts right
cowboy,
there.
baby.
pulled by a horse or dog.
Horse or dog?
horse.
Or dog.
Nice.
Sled.
Yeah,
That's cool. I just got
Um,
really dizzy.
But no, this isn't.
Thanks.
It's not uncommon to see people, you know, using this.
They just hold their nose and they walk back.
It's not decayed.
He's not decayed. He's just.
Right. I
Just
keep
sleeping.
forgetting. I'm sorry. I'm not
Just a
trying to
swarm of
distrust
flies
your work.
around.
I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
Patrick, you're taking a next watch or the first watch?
That's
He's
fine.
the first one. Jesse's the
It
second one.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
You
third.
rolled a what?
Edward's.
13.
You see a mouse.
Something will have to happen.
Freya chases it and eats it. But like Chiwu with the thing, or
He
but
did
like
not like that. His whole face is like.
It's like,
No.
Frey's awake. She was sleeping.
I assumed if you were awake, she'd be awake.
Is it a metal mouse?
No, it's just a mouse. She's just like. She does a clutch with the pickles and blood.
Ew.
She brings it back over to you.
Tell her she did a good job.
Yeah.
Did you?
And then he took the
I'll
last
take
one.
the last one.
I'd
but I'm
scoop it
not
up and
gonna-
throw it in
I'm
the
just gonna
fire.
Sit there and look down the tunnel.
Okay, roll. What'd you roll?
I didn't roll.
Roll.
11.
11?
He also sees a mouse.
You
This
feel
time
as
he
if you
eats
are
it.
hallucinating your mother. It's your 5th birthday and she didn't make the cake you wanted. Why didn't she make the cake you wanted? You suddenly feel feelings of hatred, but love, but hatred, but love. And you
tastes
finally
ratatouille.
reconcile yourself to having not the cake you wanted, but the cake that you were given, and you accept this. It's fine, it's alright, it's fine.
Baconated.
But then, your younger brother comes up and blows the candle out. You stab him in the back of the neck. Wake up. It's fine.
I was awake the whole time!
You're in a trance.
I'm entrancing. I'm thinking what? No.
How many shrimps did you eat, man?
Shrimps. That was probably the
I
problem.
told you not to eat them.
I'm hungry. Alright.
It's the lack of pickles.
You're hungry, so you think about stabbing people? That's a comfort.
I didn't have control about it. I'll wake people up.
You're
It's
like
time to go.
Alex in Madagascar.
Yeah.
Behind.
Alright. That's the rest. Let's go.
In now.
Let's get that.
So one member of your party
It's finally
does not
morning.
wake up.
Not that we know.
Who?
We're in a tunnel.
Was that a 4-hour or an 8-hour?
8 hour.
So now it's noon
Eight?
again?
Wait, that wasn't that a short rest?
Well, it was a short rest.
I thought it was a short rest too, but
Oh, you did
We're
4
taking
sessions of people
Why?
watch.
We're taking a full long rest because we needed to
and
sleep.
we went to bed at like 4
We
a.m.
were going.
So now it's
we went
noon
to-
again?
No,
There is
no,
no
no.
time in
We
the
went to-
mountains.
We went to bed at
Just
midnight.
feelings.
Yeah, so it's 8 o'clock.
So
So
it's
8
8
o'clock.
a.m.
So we're getting closer to being back on time.
Alright,
Gee, you're inwardly chuckling at the fact that they're trying to stick with solar time.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
You heading on?
you do it, Chibu.
Lead on through this straight tunnel that
It's not straight.
this plain tunnel that has not had.
Many branches? Isn't it branches?
Yeah.
The
You just told me
winding
not to get lost.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, I'll lead the way.
What do you see?
Right at the end of the tunnel.
There's a mecha rabbit.
Okay.
I guess there's a mecha in every other animal.
Fair enough. Is he a little guy?
No, he's pretty big.
You do? Okay.
Is it metal?
Freya just bristles at that.
How does she bristle when she's metal?
You know
How
what?
does she?
It happens.
How does she
Like,
anything?
Like the panels on her back kind of go just like
Oh,
raise up a
that's
bit.
kind of cool. I like that.
Oil spurts out.
Gross. You made me ache. Ew.
One time,
no,
sure.
the
Funny
further,
anymore.
Can't really
the
tell.
further in you get,
Yes.
you start noticing, like small outcroppings, that are about like maybe like little squares or rectangle caves almost they look like that are, you can see buildings in them, like they're essentially little towns, not anything big, maybe like 5 to 10 small 1 to 2 room buildings.
In this tunnel?
As you go in further, you're getting closer to the center of the Heart City.
I didn't know we were in the city yet.
You're not. You're getting close to it. You're just kind of
There's-
in the like. You're in the burbs.
Smell it.
You're in the burbs.
We're still in a tunnel.
Yes. There's a main tunnel that you're going down, and on either side of it, as you walk, there are outcroppings of.
So like alcoves, like in
Yeah.
like okay, not like I thought outcroppings like into like the wall.
No.
Alright, so it's like rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big rooms.
I understand.
Just like the houses that are next to the street that lead to the city.
I see.
Wow. Impressive.
And you're seeing more dwarves. In those. Some of them you find are walking your way. Nobody really pays you that much mind. They might just they're kind of just like.
Check I did.
Okay.
I think so.
He's dead already.
Sleeping.
He's
Um,
reposing.
He just doesn't show.
You do also notice, speaking of the scent, that though you've been in a tunnel for essentially 2 days, the air does not really smell stale. You're kind of impressed with the amount of ventilation that they're able to get down here.
Okay.
He's
Cool.
not.
No, we're not talking about the dead guy
no.
anymore.
Talking about the stench of dwarfs.
Well, you know that you can't get rid of that. Just the smells that you smell are that of like old smoke.
I tell you about smoking.
Old smoke.
Old smoke.
Okay, it's not now.
Not necessarily. It's kind of just like
Fresh old smoke.
It's the type
Like,
of smoke that sinks.
when you get to the campfire.
Makes you happy.
When you get at camping and you get out of the tent in the morning and go to the campfire, it still smells like smoke, but it's not like, oh, this is stale, old, been on my clothes and hair for like 3 weeks kind of smell. You smell that. You do smell like cooking, something roasting, and the further you get in, you start seeing shops. There's one selling leather toys and trinkets and things, book covers, different things like that, just different leather workings.
Last time.
There's one that's selling food and drinks.
I think we'll be making our way to wherever the place that the people they can bring people back from the dead are.
Wait, they're gonna go to a hospital or a vet?
Or a mechanic.
Mechanic. I don't know what the take will do.
Taxidermist.
Taxidermist.
You would know that there is a officials post nearby.
Stop.
I'll wait.
Go ahead, keep going. You gotta get there before he starts decaying.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah just goes and is like petting his head. The head comes off.
He is not decaying!
It's at will. Oh my gosh! I'm just picturing the Monty Python. I'm not dead. Yes, he is. Yes, you're dead. You're so dead. Yep. Yes, I'm not he's definitely dead.
Brother Bear. Stop telling people I'm dead!
Yeah. But you would know that there is an official's post about a mile or so into. At this point, it's kind of just the main street. The tunnel has turned into a large cavern, and it's not so much tunnel outcroppings on either side. It's main thoroughfare.
Sort of like in the main city now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're about 3 hours from the center of the Heart City, which is at the center of the Vragmount, which is the metropolis, city for the dwarves. But yeah, you would know that there's officials post. I actually can't get the plurals correct. In the town you're in.
So the town we're in is the actual Vragmount, or is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you are in Vragmount.
Okay.
You have not made it to the Heart City yet.
Okay.
You're kind of like 3 hours away, right on the
It's a
little
3-hour big city. Or we're just in its region.
All the
You're
dwarves
in
live
its
the
region. This
city.
is yeah.
It's got really big.
The dwarves kind of prioritize. The dwarves kind of prioritize the space of the mountains for mining. They're not necessarily like, well, I'm going to set up a settlement over here. Well, I'm going to set up a settlement over here. They're kind of just like,
So it's spaced out.
yeah, they're kind of just like, everybody lives in Vragmount, and then you go to your posting for a week to a couple of months, depending on what you choose, and then you come back to Vragmount, similar to traveling outside of the mountains. You pretty much, the dwarves live in Vragmount.
Okay.
Are we there? This is the place?
We're 3 hours.
Does it look like there's a hospital thing around?
This is
I don't know what to call it.
the official's post,
Official's post.
which is kind of like
A healer.
not
A
necessarily
healer,
Okay.
like a bit of like a mixture of kind of like police station, kind of like sub mayor, kind of just like, hey, I am your general, what you need, kind of guy.
This the place?
So weren't you know?
So would I feel a need to stop here, or would I say just keep going where we're trying to get to?
That would be up to you. He might know someone that could help you quicker, but you're not sure. It's kind of a 50-50 toss a coin. Do we want to stop here and ask this person for help, or do we want to go further and have to find someone in the city?
Okay, well, I'll stop in then.
Okay.
So let's stop here real quick. We might be able to get some information.
Okay.
That could help.
The building is a one room built little like hut, pretty much, kind of like a little bit bigger than like a toll stand. And what you see inside is a balding dwarf.
Chivo, I assume.
I'm gonna sneeze. A balding dwarf with a. Stop it! I'm gonna sneeze.
Papa Chewy.
He's got a badger. He has a badger. Is a balding dwarf with goggles, and you can see strapped to his back is a axe and what looks like a harpoon gun. Pretty impressive. And he has a badger sitting with him. And he looks up. Ah! What can I do for you?
I thought that was the badger sound.
Ah! Welcome. Ooh, we don't really get that many outside people. What can I do for you?
We're in need of some healers. Our friend didn't survive the night.
Oh,
Or
that's pretty serious. And you see, with this guy, he's got about half his teeth.
Gosh.
Which half?
He's got this side.
Okay. Every other one.
That's pretty serious.
Can you help us, or
That's
is this,
scary.
should we continue on to the Heart City?
Or definitely let's continue on to the Heart City. But alright, yeah, Beatrice! And you see the badger. Hey, come here. And he scribbles down a little note. And you take this to the master healer and you tell her to get ready. And you see the badger just and scuttle up into a little tunnel.
So they do make the same sound.
Yeah, we have the same souls.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, come on. I'll take you the fast way. Sorry. And he leads you to the back of his shop, and you see him pull a door open, and sitting there is a minecart train.
Oh.
Alright, get in.
Yeah, we have horses. So we'll transport them with us, or we can leave them here?
We had a lizard.
I love that. This isn't character. This works.
Say a little or a lizard?
I think he's trying to send empathy.
A broken record.
Roll for speech.
I am the glitch in the matrix.
Livery. Aye.
That is hard to say with a list, man.
That was not what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, we've got
That's
some
much
lizard
better.
stories. Yeah, you can give her to Joanna. And then come on back and we can hop on
Use
the
the
train.
gold to board them.
What's this guy's name, by the way?
You didn't
No one asked.
Sir.
Apparently we don't care.
Ashley?
With two E's or EIGH or LEY or ASHLA?
S-H-L
Alright, we can get them, right?
I think we should take the
We can
horses
get
to
the
the
horses,
livery
right?
in case.
Take the horses
these guys
over to-
get-
You
Just
take the
take the
horses
horses
to
to
the
the
livery. This is just one of those things that, like, you all know he's mispronouncing this, like library or the ambulance or something like that. You know he's mispronouncing that, but
Right.
it's a lizardry to him because I can't say it any other way, apparently.
We got no time to lose.
The
Let's go.
lizard.
Alright, so you guys go ahead. We're going to take the horses to the livery, and
Lizardry.
we'll be follow close behind there. Train if you could catch afterward.
Oh, wait.
Let's go then.
Lizardry's like three houses down. Look for Joanna.
Grab like 3 horse
She's the
reins
one
and
with the pretty
The
beard.
other three,
only 6, right?
Joanna.
Well, we were sharing
the
one.
other two.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
You can leave your dead friend with me.
He was them.
Or the other three, actually, because of Jeremiah.
Is he
Yeah,
still
so-
with us?
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremiah's with you.
Take him over. Pop him into the livery.
Running around.
Just like
Silver
running
All
the
wait.
whole time.
It was wrong.
Poor guy.
Good?
Yeah.
Good. Alright, pay him
Thank you.
silver. And then.
And you come back. He's still spelling his name. And
gosh.
Q P.
Oh, wolf, you said. Yeah.
Are we all gonna fit in the minecart?
There's like multiples. It's like
Who's gonna hug the
5.
dead body?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah's got that under
Jeremiah's
control.
got him. And this Ashley pops in with him
Oh.
because he pops him in the back because he's steering from the back.
Oh. I just told you we should pay for it with the gold.
Give them all 12,000.
Give him a gold.
You get 12,000 gold for the horses
I don't
to
have
stay at
any.
the lizardry.
Let's amend that and toss him 10 copper.
He looks at you.
We can get change at the local bank.
I want time to get changes in a local
Is
bank.
this like when you tossed the page boy the copper and then told me
No,
not
it's
to
not.
spend
We
my
don't have
giant bag of
diamonds.
gemstones all in one place?
You don't have the giant bag of gemstones yet. You have gold. He doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't know about that. Alright, let's get your dead friend in here.
Copper.
And you may notice he's pretty nonchalant about like the dead guy. He's kind of just like, the dead guy. Yeah.
That's good.
He's smelled about like 2 days of decay.
He's reposed gently.
He's only like 3 hours decayed. Actually, 8
If
hours.
he thinks he's 2 hours and he's only,
It's
if
like
he thinks he's 2 days
only like 8 hours.
and he's only
Well,
8 hours,
we
that
traveled
means
We
he's
did
in
and
travel.
really
then
bad
slept,
condition.
so he's like
12.
12 hours
He's
decayed.
12 hours decay. I know. Hop him in, and he just chucks him in.
No. I would like, if he's gonna toss him, I'll catch him with my telekinesis and lower him in softly.
He's just watching Micah. He flew. Now that's impressive. Alright,
I'm watching you, Ashley.
well, thank you.
Sit facing him.
Oh, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick if you do it like that. Okay, well, you're gonna get sick.
I'll keep an eye on you still.
Okay, but if you projectile vomit, you better do it outside of my cart.
You're a shady character, Ashley. Shady character.
I
Well,
called
I
it
got-
from the
I
very
got-
beginning. I said he was shady.
Yeah, we listen to you.
Yeah.
This is why all the things have messed up. We haven't had Naomi here.
I'll get in the front cart.
Alright. Oh, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I might put your hands up.
Sit right in front of me.
Yeah. Oh, you might want to strap her in. Sorry, I mean, picks her up. Yeah, her. Might want to strap her in.
Yeah.
He can't tell.
Oh, okay. It's smooth. Alright.
Drop it. Just sit in the middle cart. Thank you.
I'll just sit whatever cart's open
Alright,
nearest.
there's about 4 or 5 cards.
I'm in the middle one.
Alright. Alright. And he reaches over, grabs
Grabs
pushes a
the
couple
sides.
buttons, which are like maps. He's got like a giant map next to the back cart. You see he pushes some buttons for speed.
Are there bars around me that I can
Yeah.
grab onto? I grab.
There's full bars
every-
around the side of things.
Your hand
And then he
in it all.
pushes the thing for Heart City.
Is there electric in this world? There's like electrical buttons?
It is powered. You're not sure what it's
He
powered
sits
by.
in the back. Waits looking at Lane.
Yeah. Alright, hold on to your
The
butt.
third
And
rail.
he pushes down on the clank, and you.
He's like, shift forward.
Oh, I forgot to take the brake off. Grabs a giant hook. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm fine.
I was holding on.
Not you, just him.
It's like a 13 or something.
Alright, you throw up a little bit in your
Yeah,
mouth, but you're gonna
it's a 12.
swallow
It's
it
a
down. Oh,
Yeah.
you swallow it down. You know, a little bit comes out your nose, but you're like, fine. Keep an eye on this man. And he's just like, yeah. And right now we're passing by. My mom used to live down that tunnel. Alright, hold on. And she was gonna go a bit left. There it is. Great, okay. And you're in the cart for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's a long
Wow.
ride.
Well, it's a 3-hour to the Heart City,
Roll
so.
green at the end.
Alright, hold on.
I just like grab right.
Yeah, everybody make a dexterity saving throw. You fall out.
This guy's nothing to do about that.
Dexterity.
13.
You good?
It's not here.
On your saves.
17.
You're good.
Over.
Wait,
Just a
wait.
straight-
This
okay.
one says plus 6.
19.
This one says.
Fine.
I was holding
You
on
heard,
for
you
dear
heard, and
life.
you're like, I'm ready.
Wait, wait. I got way
13
more
for
than.
me?
I got
Okay,
20.
you're fine.
The way that I
22.
don't
Oh,
trust,
she's fine.
the
I
way
got
I don't
20.
trust this thing made me go.
Yeah.
Because it's technically a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
I got 20.
Yeah, you're fine.
I have 10.
I'm fine.
You fall out. So, Chiwu and Terrellian
Down home and you fell out.
both fall out of the carts
Oh, that falls into the next one or outside?
into the next one, yeah.
What
So
cart
wait.
were you in?
I was in the
From
cart right in
second to
front of that
last.
guy.
I
One-
think you would
Ashley.
land in hers then.
Land on Ivy.
Ow! Dude.
Yeah, I told you to hold on.
I was holding on.
Oh.
It's a little green.
It's my natural color. Step over the edge.
Alright, here's the dead guy. There you go.
You no respect for the deceased.
It's fine, we can fix them.
Just holding a werebear thing. Is it the bear or the wolf or?
It's the werebear, yeah.
People are just picking up this bear, half
I
bear, half
guess.
human thing.
he reverted back to
He
his
reverted back to a.
But this is an old dude. He
half-orc
just
form?
hoisted a grown man like this.
He's got that like skinny, just all lean muscle.
Okay. Don't question it.
Don't question the dwarves.
Terrified of him.
Oh yeah.
Throwing that.
He has
phrase in there.
hydraulic pistons for arms. He just.
He must.
There's a bad taste in my mouth.
Like to throw up.
I'll walk away.
Am I like lawfully good or something?
Are you?
No, I am.
Oh, him?
Yeah. Are we allowed to ask that? Conscientious.
I'll whisper to Ashley that it's rude to, in orc culture, to sniff the orcs.
Orc? Oh, no, do that. Yeah, he's a half orc.
Oh.
Like that. Hey, don't do that. I don't get that much.
I thought you were calling me a work. I was like trying to figure what's going on.
So basically what you want to do, right now we're in the official transportation center. What you're going to do is you're going to go out, and then there's going to be a healer's building down the block to the left. You'll see it. It's got the big dragon on it.
Alright, let's go.
I'm back!
How does that thing work?
Can I say I brought the sled with us?
Yeah, sure.
I lay out the sled for the orc.
I like Ashley.
Unless you're gonna carry it.
I'll put them down as quickly as I can.
Jeremiah's helping.
So unless the rodent took a mine cart, how would he have beat us here?
Shh, don't ask. There's a sliding board.
I don't know. By all accounts, doesn't make sense.
The wall. Remember the walls?
Tiny little transportation circle. It's a spring.
We're going to quickly.
I have a feeling it's just like a messenger cannon. Just like,
It's like an air tubes that like. Okay, way down the street.
Right.
Make a left turn.
See the giant dragon sign?
Dragon
Giant
Orc.
dragon sign. Does
Yeah.
it exist?
Yeah.
Awesome. We're gonna go there.
yeah, let's go inside.
You want to talk? Or you want us to talk? Or you?
I think that will know what needs to be done, so it probably doesn't matter who talks.
I keep kicking. No, I'm not kicking you. I have thought I have been kicking you this entire time, and I'm hitting that.
It's a peg leg.
Alright. Let's push him in through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And
Help!
see what happens.
Help! Help!
We should hold out gold in front of his face.
We have a deceased.
Out. Gold.
Yes, like a bag of gold. Just
What? What do
give him
you
a
have
seven
there?
before he can say no.
And you see this old dwarven woman.
It's a free service.
Maybe it's included in
Both
his
of her
taxes.
hands, you see, she comes out and pushes a curtain aside, and you see both of her hands are fully like mechanical. They're like Ben guns from Treasure Planet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, like robots.
Yeah, but like not.
Spindly.
Yeah, very spindly kind of.
Cool.
She's a bit on the rotund, old side. You can see she's got dark gray and oh crap, what's it called? Salt and pepper hair. That's it. Dark salt and pepper hair, and she walks out with one giant monocle on her eye. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. What happened to this poor one? Bring him in, bring him in. And you see there's beds
Yeah.
along the side of the room.
Why are dwarves Scottish? Never understood that.
If Jeremiah
Well,
will
Ashley wasn't Scottish.
I'll push the sledge into the room where the beds are, but I'm not going to touch it.
Hobbit
I don't have
Scottish.
to. If Jeremiah will do it, I'll let him.
Alright, oh my gosh, Ashley won't get out. Alright, does someone want to help me lift him?
I'll take a step back and let Jeremiah in.
Jeremiah and the dwarf lift him onto a bed. Goodness me, that is an unfortunate, circumstance. How long has this loved one been deceased?
Roughly 2 days.
Oh, I see.
12 hours, but then
I was going to say, by that I could see that
repose
someone has-
gently.
Yes, I was going to say, if that was the date, I could tell that he's been reposed. Yes. So I am assuming that you would like him to be revived, or would you like him to be mechanicalized?
Jeremiah.
To Jeremiah.
Jeremiah's like, revive, please, if you can. If I can. Sir, I am the high healer of the dwarves. If I can. Oh, Chiwu, how's the arm holding up?
I'll hold my arm up and say it's doing good.
No, good, nice. You'll do for a touch-up soon. There you go. Alright.
Where I want to go.
This Nicky's only been dead for a few days, and he has been tended to. Yes, that should be fairly simple. Just I can bring him back to life. Which one of you has the diamond?
There's a diamond involved?
Yes, bring back to life. I need a diamond.
I don't know what
I was unaware we would willingly purchase one, but we don't have one on hand.
Ooh.
magic people summon a diamond out of the
I can make a pretty convincing looking one.
I would need a bit more than just a magically produced diamond.
I'm sorry, this is my first resurrection.
Oh.
I've involved in.
No worries, no
Like the
worries.
necromancers for 2 hours.
I will send you into the mines then, I suppose. If you don't
Is
have a
there not
diamond.
a place to purchase one in the city?
My dear boy, I'm assuming you don't know much about the dwarven culture.
I know you
One
will.
does not simply purchase a resurrection diamond. A great damage has been done to this poor man, and sacrifice must be made in order to bring him back. It's not something we can simply just do. Well, I can do it, but it's not something that we take lightly. Payment must be made in order.
What is Violet Valentine when we need her to stick a knife to his throat?
A clutch.
See that, right, boys?
Forgot about Violet.
We do have a mine.
Show us the way, I guess.
We do have a mine that has been blessed by our Emir that we are able to delve into and procure diamonds for resurrection. The council should have no objection as long as a dwarf goes with you. I'm assuming Chiru here.
How much gold am I holding?
As long as a dwarf goes with you and is not just outsiders. There should be no disrespect there. So I shall send you into our mines to find a diamond for me, please.
Okay. Alright, I guess. Seems very strange that you don't have ones on hand for this kind of thing.
That you would postpone such a resurrection.
As I said, it's not as if we can't keep
Exactly.
diamonds on hand for this.
Why would you postpone such a thing?
Because for someone to have died, that's not something that we simply take as a light occurrence. If you wish to have someone brought back to life, it's not as if we went partying on a Tuesday night, he drank too much and died, please bring him back so we can go out again on Friday. It is a grave matter if someone's soul has passed, and that must be treated as such. You must show the mountain the respect, for if the mountain is going to bring him back, then you must show the mountain that you are worthy of it.
So is there somewhere we can get pickaxes or hammers?
No, dear. For a resurrection diamond, it will appear when you need it.
Oh, great.
I think, Jeremiah, it's best you come with us, then.
Alright, stay here and watch Micah. Oh dear, he's in well good hands. I'll cover him and give him a glass of water if he wakes up.
Alright, then no time to waste.
Alright, come with me. And she walks out. And Jeremiah's kind of like, are we leaving him? Don't worry, he's fine. There's a box of tissues if he sneezes. And she...
I am following at the very back.
Okay. She leads you to this building, which you're now in the Heart City, and looking up, it looks as if almost this entire mountain has been carved out, as if it's been hollowed, and you see just... It's not like everybody lives on the bottom floor. There are pillars going up that have stairs spiraling around them. There are bridges connecting other pillars that might have houses on them. There are outcroppings in the walls. On every ledge there is something. It is just a cacophony of happening. It's as if someone took the entire downtown area and just went whoop, and flipped it all the way up into the top of the mountain. She takes you to this one building that is along the outer wall, like along the base of the bottom wall, and holds open a curtain and says, in you go, in you go.
I'm gonna do a perception check on this lady.
Okay. For what?
To find out her motive.
That would be an insight check.
An insight?
Insight check.
Okay. I got 10.
Okay. You're not really picking up any bad vibes off of her. She does seem to be honest in what she is saying. She is a bit eccentric and maybe a bit too particular, but you're not picking up any lies or anything off of her. Alright, so she ushers you into the building. Do you guys go in?
I'll go in, yeah.
I won't after Jeremiah goes in, but then I'll follow him.
Okay, Jeremiah would be one of the first ones in. He wants to just...
Then yeah, I'll go.
So, you walk in, and it's bigger on the inside, essentially. You walk into what was a small building about the size of this room, and you go in, and it is a giant cavern. In the middle of this cavern, you see a dragon skull that looks massive. Its mouth wide open. You can see that they have embedded and gilded it in precious metals and designs. So on top of just the beauty of the on top of the beauty of just the anatomy of the giant beast, you see there has been runes and markings in Dwarvish and different geometric designs and stuff in gold, silver, bronze, different colors that just look, it's breathtaking. And you see in the mouth there is a hallway going further into the mountain.
Okay. I will follow
That sentence was like reading a whole romance novel and thinking that he's brunette and then reading a line, his blonde hair. I thought the skull was like in the middle of the room where you could like circle around at 360, and then she's like, there's a hallway through the mouth, and I'm like, what?
Like, whoa.
And just like,
Walk him down.
And the dwarven old woman says, Ayla, venture down to the heart and find a diamond and bring it back. If you prove yourself worthy, the Heart City and Vragmount will provide you with a heart.
are there
Since
any
one of y'all's friends killed him, I'd say we're not worthy.
dangers?
How you
Yes.
meant to prove yourself depends upon the heart of the mountain. There have been some that have been able to go down and simply find a diamond. There have been some that have searched for days on it and were unable to find.
Is there a time limit on this resurrection? Time we need back by?
I think you'll find time is a bit different down there.
Did this person ever say their name, or would I know their name?
You would just know her as the Grand Healer.
Okay.
It's a title. She would have had about 12 apprentices under her, and once they are able to complete their training, she would appoint a new head apprentice for when she passes away to take on her position, and the rest would be sent to different areas in the Ragmount, so that not everybody. She pretty much deals with large amputations such as yours, or if someone loses like an arm or a leg, or death. But there are other ones that if there's a cave-in, someone can come and deal with concussions or something like that.
Okay.
Thought you didn't like them.
Out, go down the
I'm
hallway.
really hungry.
Yeah,
We have some crock-pot corn out there on the stove. You can grab it if you'd like. It's cold.
The cat.
What's up? That's corn?
Maybe a little bit.
I will go in with people and
Not as much potatoes as she gave me, please. Thank you.
Am I allowed to change my spells at this point since I haven't since our last long rest, or have I
Yeah.
lost my chance?
I would say yes, you can.
Yeah,
I
I've
think
done anything.
going further, the more you play your character, I would say probably not, but I would say for now, yeah.
Okay. Well. All right.
If we're gonna go into a battle, should we bring out the old mat?
9:30.
I will say you're probably not going to get to the encounter tonight. The encounter that I had planned could be an entire session. So.
Cool. What's going on?
It's 9:30.
So we're just gonna dig for 30 minutes?
I thought we were just walking around.
Well, you go
We have nothing to
into
dig with yet.
the hallway at the throat of the dragon's skull, and as soon as you pass the thresholds, it is instant blackness. You can see each other.
Except for my hair.
Yeah,
Just
you can
flowing.
see each other,
Thank you.
but you can't see the ground, and you can't see anything else around you. Kind of like Sophie running through the in Howl's Moving Castle, running through with Heen at the end after she
Even-
sees Howl.
Even me?
Yeah.
Dark vision people?
Yeah, it is.
It's not magical
Because it's
darkness.
magic?
It is a
It's different than normal magical
Yes.
darkness.
Otherworldly?
yes.
Do they give us any tools so we just go down?
Nope.
Great.
I'm just because it's a cantrip, it's gonna
Uh-huh.
produce flame.
Okay. You produce flame and it lights up you guys, but again, there's just nothing. And you would keep, I'm assuming, keep walking.
I'll look on the ground for diamonds as we go.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Could I investigate the ground instead of just
Mm-hmm.
investigation instead of
Yeah.
And I'll roll an investigation check too.
Is there a small object nearby?
12.
Not anything that you don't have on you that you can,
We're in a black
that you can
void.
see.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
18.
I got 12.
Okay. I'm assuming you're investigating the ground. You said you were investigating.
Yeah, I'll go see if I can find diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just kind of in general, because I see nothing above me, nothing around me except us, and I don't know what's going on.
You would look around and you don't see the entrance to the doorway that you came in. It's very surreal and kind of worrying. Looking at the ground and feeling the ground, you can reach down and touch the ground, but you can't feel anything. It's kind of just like a barrier. Like you can't tell whether it's hot or cold. You can't get a sense of whether it's rough or smooth.
Like
It's
there's
just
a cushion.
yeah. You can't. You just kind of put your hand, and then there's a stop. And you guys are traveling. You don't know whether it's been 5 minutes. It could have been 10 minutes. It could have been 3 hours. You're not sure. But all of a sudden you start walking, and then all of a sudden you keep walking, and then
I've picked up Frey at this point.
yeah.
Can I cast Find Traps?
Yeah.
I feel like I might be wasting it.
Yeah, I missed my unlimited level 1 spells
Mm-hmm.
from Pathfinder.
Rangers don't get cantrips. That's what they would be called, cantrips. They're level 0. They're level 0 spells in this game.
You have them in here, Candace. You just don't get them.
They're clerics.
I'm sad.
Alright, time to create a new character.
Do I need to roll for that?
Just suddenly
level
don't
up
show
just
up
like-
next time.
I don't think so. I think you just
something that would
cast it.
Or you could get take a feat that can give you some cantrips. Magic initiate in whatever class you want. You pick like 2 cantrips in the first level spell.
Let me see. Where is it?
I'm up.
I'm trying to find. Where is it, Ben?
What do you mean? It's a second level
What?
divination.
Find trap.
Oh, there we go. Okay. No, you just would say you're casting it.
Oh, okay, I cast it.
Okay. So you cast Find Traps and you reach out with your mind to see if anything feels, wrong or like it could trap you, and the entire place lights up.
Cool.
But then it dissipates, and you open your eyes, and you realize we've landed essentially in a cavern. And you look around, and there's not any. You don't know how you got into this because you're kind of just in, not the middle, but like you're about 100 feet from the wall, and there's no openings in the cavern. There is a warm bluish glow emitting from the ceiling and the walls, which you can see is from a...
Is this just her or all of us?
All of you would see this at this point, yeah. You because you closed your eyes and opened your eyes.
Okay.
You're like,
I'm saying that you closed your eyes to cast the spell, and then when you opened them to look, the whole room lit up, and then the room disappeared.
Okay.
It's for dramatic flair.
Okay. Understood.
You would see that the blue glow is coming from small capped mushrooms and lichen growing on the cavern walls and stuff.
Blackreach again.
And there is
Take it away.
there is a somewhat small underground lake in this cavern. The cavern itself is about 300 feet long. 300 feet long and about maybe 100 feet up, just domed. The lake. Yes.
Is the lake bioluminescent?
Are we still not able to see?
You can see now, yes. Because
Everybody
of the blue.
can see?
Yes.
Did you
because
say
of the
yes
blue.
or no?
There is no ripples in the water, so you would have to go over and move the water to see.
Asked if the lake was glowing.
Oh, it's not glowing. I was thinking like bioluminescent algae. You have to just you disturb the water to see it glow.
Right? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay.
How high
That's
is
what I
the-
thought you meant, not just like, is the lake, you know.
Or it doesn't have to be, you know.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be our algae. It can just be
How high
all
is
the
the
time
ceiling
glowing
for
About
the
100
cabin?
feet.
Huh?
About 100 feet.
100
no.
feet up.
But yeah, there are stalactites and stalagmites. Nothing super large. At most, they're about 2 feet. That's what the cavern looks like.
Alright, I would like to look around and find some diamond.
Thing.
That's what we're here to do, right?
Yep. Okay, make a investigation check.
Investigation check.
13.
That's what we're here for, so investigation we do.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be a perception check or just?
Oh yeah, I guess it would be a perception. Would it be?
Well, I'm gonna literally move stuff around and there's underarms like that. I think that would be
I gotta walk
investigation.
around the room
Yeah.
and look.
But if he's just
Okay.
gonna look around and see what he can see what I'm actually with
Okay.
in depth looking.
Okay.
That's the way I the difference between investigation and
Yeah.
perception, in my opinion.
I didn't know what you guys were doing, whether you
Oh,
were just
like actually,
scanning or like moving
Taking
things.
moves and stuff.
I would say I'm walking around, looking carefully.
Okay.
So perception, I guess.
Yeah, if you're not like actively.
I don't really want to
Right.
touch any of these mushrooms or lichen.
Well, they're not
We're
on.
always gonna go over and pick one and eat it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, my perception check is 18.
Okay.
What do I roll?
You would make a Constitution saving throw.
I see barely eating a mushroom.
I have a 19 for perception.
Roll 20 plus Constitution.
What did you say?
Say Constitution.
Constitution
saving
throw?
throw.
Yeah, it's plus the Constitution.
I used my inspiration to get a 17.
Okay.
4.
You eat the mushroom, and it does not taste good. It tastes like bitter and sour, and just you're like, whoa. Yeah, people looking at her though notice her tongue is now glowing, and she's got tiny flecks of glowing in her teeth.
When she opens her mouth, is it like a flashlight out of her?
You do take
No?
it's not that big. You do take I'll say 2 points of poison damage. You just ate a random mushroom.
I'm here with don't touch it.
You warned the rest of us.
Someone's gotta try it.
Because you warned us to not eat them.
Me?
Yeah.
When did
Like Airhead Blue.
No.
Okay. I wouldn't eat it anyway. Like,
More like glow stick.
Didn't hurt me that
Mm.
much. Maybe I want you all to enjoy it. 2 hit points of damage. It's so sour.
You're just like,
bitter
bam,
stuff.
bam. Alright, so those of you who rolled a perception check, you all rolled pretty good.
Should I roll one?
What?
Should I roll one or?
It's up to you if you want to or not.
perception or investigation.
Investigation if you're like actively looking for something. Perception if you're just kind of scanning.
You can. I'll try to remember to keep
Candy.
back out.
In our campaign, we found similar glowing glowworms, and I
Did you eat one?
No, I fed one to my chicken who died because they were poisonous.
Oh.
Then I cut the chicken's head off and put her on a arch-face throne.
She ate the mushrooms in my campaign too.
I did. Those are psychedelic though.
I asked Bethany if she could put them in, and she said no.
I don't.
15.
Did I get like really
Yeah.
good hearing for 2 minutes or something?
No, like your time like slowed down.
Oh yeah, time slowed down. That's what it was.
Nice.
But I only had 2, and they only lasted for a very short
That
time,
could
so it
be
wasn't
very
like.
useful in a fight though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
think real
only
quick.
had 2, and
It's a good one for a fight.
it would have been like 4 minutes of slow time.
There's a whole barrel.
Huh?
Okay.
No, I only saved 2.
So for those of you who roll perception, searching, perception and investigation, searching
Oh, I
for a
think I saved
diamond,
3 actually.
you
I think I rolled
don't
one left.
find anything. Scanning
I got
the
one left.
room, it's very still, and there's no wind or sound beyond your feet.
You were low grail.
Who rolled an 18? Okay.
I rolled a 17.
Okay, I'd say both of you then would walk over by the lake to look, and the lake is just flat. And you're
a necklace of water walking.
yeah, and a ring of water walking. Yeah, and you turn around and you turn around to look back at your friends, and then you hear sploosh. You turn around and you see far out, maybe about 20 feet out.
I am impressed.
There is
20 feet.
ripples. About 20 feet out, there is ripples.
Dude, pretty cool. Thank you. There's a catch my attention as I'm looking. Hope not.
You know, but you two look at each other.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, and I cast dancing lights out. There's 4 lights, 10-foot radius, dim light down. I'm casting and putting them down close to the water. Each about equally spaced up to 120 feet
Okay.
as they glow out.
You see the ripples spread out across the water. And you're watching.
Don't disturb the waters.
And then all of a sudden you hear and you see jumping out of the water about 20 feet out.
Mommy runs away.
Now, bear in mind, it is not actually this big. I just don't know how to print things in small sizes. But you see
A giant mushroom.
an Umber Hulk
Ooh.
What?
jump out of the water
Giant beastie thing.
and
with
start
Yeah,
running.
it's like a bug with legs.
Yeah, and start running towards you.
Cute.
At which point,
Okay.
the rest of you who did not hear the water are over by the walls,
That would be me.
and you are looking through the moss, and then you see you go to reach for some lichen on the wall, and you see it like a snake skin slide away, and you see 3
Cameron
different
grabs it and he says, I'm just kidding.
Impulsive little person.
These are also really big. They're supposed to be your size.
It's supposed to be medium,
Yeah.
and they're just giant.
Mhm.
Great.
You see.
Well, you can reprint them. Now that we're not doing it tonight.
Yeah, I could just print them smaller. Now that I'm running out, you see slithering 3 basilisks.
So they have legs?
Yeah.
So you're not slithering.
Is that a thing from Harry Potter?
They have
It's-
legs
yeah.
or something. Use them. They just do what Goose does and
Mm-hmm.
flops them beside them.
And you see you two over by the water see the Umber Hulk running out of the water. The rest of you over by the walls see the somewhat moss colored or covered glowing basilisks.
Would I recognize these basilisks as basilisks?
Roll a nature check.
17.
Yes.
Cool.
Do I know
I'd
what
be
a
like, what?
Umber Hulk is?
Roll a nature check.
I'm just gonna yell basilisk and get done with it.
Giant
11.
beastie
11?
thing.
You would not be familiar with an Umber Hulk.
Can I add a roll to it?
You can roll.
Add a roll.
You can add a roll.
Nat 20!
You know what that is. You know that is an Umber Hulk.
Ivy, what is it?
It's an Umber Hulk!
That's
So
funny.
you hear you guys over by the walls see the slithering, and then hear coming from the water.
Sweet.
Do I know if it has any, like...
This one?
Basilisks! As I draw my guns.
Prepare for battle!
And that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Get out of your wits. Screw your curse to the sticky
Yay!
place.
So next time we get an encounter.
Yay! That was a lot
Good
going
job,
on.
you guys. Good job. I'm gonna say everybody gets 500 XP for the really good role playing.
500.
Manage characters and levels.
Loading.
So good job, you guys. Good job. All right, I'm gonna end the stream now. We did 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Back here.